Welcome. Now, this lunar eclipse, we are going to continue to build this. But in order to build this, we're getting our thoughts in alignment with our actions. And that's our connection to this Libran eclipse. And what we're doing is we are clearing our heart's electromagnetic field. With this spiritual energy system. And this is where we really realize we are a part of our environment and our environment is part of us. But we're about to purify ourselves. And as we purify ourselves, we're literally purifying our environments. And we're doing that, as we found out, with our connection to working with the moon and Pisces. And this is where we're healing with our lower chakras. We're laser focusing on our solar plexus and finding our personal power within. This is where we're literally healing from stimulus in order to purify. And what we're laser focusing on is universal mind lattice, interconnectedness, and that we are a part of everything beyond time and space. Okay, we are birthless and deathless. Okay, and what this means is we're going to clear the mind. We're in a time of purification in the mind in order to amp up our manifestations, and this has to do with the skill, because this is how we're building this. And we're working with, we know we found this message last time we met up, our psychic energy system, our multidimensionality, with a laser focus on our lymphatic system. And this is how we're literally going to clear up our heart's electromagnetic field in real life. We're going to work with a lymphatic system. This is the holy water. It's the mysterious cleansing cousin of the cardiovascular, with a connection to our literal organs. Vulnerability. And this literally has to do with time, space, and matter, and energy, and what we're made up of. We're literally having a purification with the light of what we're made up of. We're having light code activations, and we're literally understanding for what this world is, because we're connecting to the Earth Star. We're actually seeing this world for what it is. This is a whole different thing. Starseed Twin Flames activating with light codes. We're seeing this world for what it is. We're expanding from the lower world to the upper world with our light codes, and we are the center point. We are whole, and it's beautiful, and it's real. This is wisdom. And we are working with Mother Light here. And we expand with Christ consciousness. This is what everybody talks about. This is where we are resurrected. And that's what's happening. Like, because we're having a purification of our heart's electromagnetic field, we're literally having a resurrection. We're having a rebirth. We're in the creation of a whole new person. And we are communing with the spirit world, because this has to do with going into the underworld and becoming whole and facing fear and learning the tools that the devil has to teach us. Like, we can take our tools back there. And let's get into that. We're going to get this whole message today. This is the extended message. We're going to have a part 2, and we're going to build off that. But this is what's happening. We're connecting to the 12th house, escape. This is what's happening with this lunar eclipse. Pisces. We're working with Pisces. We're working with the zodiac's gutter ball. We're going to want to escape. But instead, we're going to expand. And we're going to expand with our connection to everything we just talked about, with this Libra lunar eclipse. And we will expand our soul with spirits, with the sun. And right now, as we talked about, remember, we're in Aries season, as well as this is a Libran lunar eclipse. The air element communication, this is getting our thoughts right with our actions, is working with a fire element desire. Because then we have a solar eclipse in Aries. And what this is activating is our life's purpose. But what is happening? We're seeing this. We're having this realization. Remember, where we get our thoughts in alignment with our actions. We're having this realization of getting our thoughts in alignment with our actions in the Hangman. And in order to do that, we have to sense. That's what we've been talking about at the channel and at TikTok if you join us there. This is where we believe. This is Pisces. This is now we're going to elevate. And we literally change our surroundings here because we figure out how we act from within to without. And when we get our thoughts in alignment with our actions, impacts our environment. And we're not only going to create harmony within, we're about to create harmony without. We reveal our light. We've also shared this message. The light. Our connection to being multidimensional. And right now, this is happening in the Four of Cups. This is happening in separation. But what's happening here in separation is we're being guided by spirit. And we're being guided by spirit, our family, friends, and guides. And we're literally working with friends and colleagues right now. We're being put in play with them. And what? Family members. Because love is returning to us. Love is returning to us. And how is love returning to us? We're literally working with Venus and love. Because we are in what? The time of the Four of Wands. We're working with Aries and Venus. We're having success from our failure. This is where we expand with love. And we're expanding with love in a crisis. We've been talking about this. But this crisis is activating us. Look at our starseed roots and homes. We're being activated with our light, with this eclipse energy, with this lunar eclipse in to restore balance. And it's connected to the Ace of Swords reversed. Destiny in a path that we didn't want to take. Why? Because we're going into the underworld, okay? We're going into the underworld. We're entering the ancestral realm in order to do so. Karmic release, healing the lineage, boundaries. And this is connected to our communication here with the spirits in the underworld. As remember, we're expanding our soul, the moon, with spirit, the sun. And that is eclipse. It's where the sun and moon connect, right? Remember, though, it's happening through the Five of Wands. And we're activating with Pisces to clean something up, to find clarity within something. And where we're finding this clarity is we're actually finding it within the Four of Cups. We're still holding on to something within a connection that is keeping us toxic. It's keeping us stuck. It's not allowing us to clear up our electromagnetic field. And we think that even though we walked away from something, we have to let go of this connection within and pick that cup. And that cup is being illuminated, okay? The cup is being illuminated. And we're going to just get an activation for this right now. How is this cup being illuminated? All right. Well, confirmation right there. It's from the Seven of Swords. We just saw the Seven of Swords. We have one card that flipped over. Okay, the Ten of Wands. Remember, we're healing with action. We're just going to heal with force. And how are we healing with force? We're activating with our truth within, with a new beginning. This is where we go within. And we are honest with ourselves, and we have a new beginning with our truth. And we face this. We face that we're feeling this because of this. Like, we had to walk away from something. We had to walk away from something. Or somebody walked away from us. And it hurt. But now remember, it's coming back to us. And that's really what the message is. That somebody walked away from us and it hurt. And it's coming back to us. But we're in the time of having a higher heart activation. Dropping shields, divine love. Your heart is healed. And that's what we're doing here. Remember, we're going into the lower world. And this is where we do expand with Christ consciousness and begin manifesting. And we're going to begin manifesting. That's here with our skill. And our skill right now is our truth. As we heal from jealousy. So we go within three of any type of pain, but we're laser focusing on jealousy. Pain that's caused us to become jealous. So we're and insecure. So we go within, we face what needs to be faced. And right now, this is in order to strengthen our heart. And we need to understand when we heal what's going on within the lower chakras. That's why we're entering the Earth Star and going within the lower world. We're going to strengthen our hearts. And remember, we're working with our ancestors. We're in at the time of communication with them. So, we have an Earth Star activation, anchoring grounded action. So we go within the lower world and we're tempted. Okay, we're tempted. But we're going to expand. We're going to have a deeper connection through this temptation. This is how you know God always has a plan. Remember, this is purification of our heart's electromagnetic field because we're working with our kindred partner, our divine counterpart. So we're going to heal and expand with integrity, and we're having an activation of the loving man and the loving woman. With true love. Now, true love is after all the fanciness fades at the beginning of the relationship. And you spend time with one another and you move past really big, deep obstacles like facing things in hell together and then expanding into heaven. But you're doing this with yourself. You realize at the end of the day that your counterpart is you. That is this journey. Is that it's you, and you do the work with yourself and you heal fragmented energy. And that's we heal from patterns of separation. But this is where we honor what this space and place taught us. We're whole. Everything we've learned here is what? That we learn how to use time. We learn to get it done. We learn that sometimes no matter how we feel, we get things done. Because we want to heal from patterns of separation. But separation also has something to teach us here. Remember, we're whole. From the 3D to the 5D and the 5D and beyond to the 3D. And this allows us, remember, we're healing from addiction. We're healing from overstimulus within the lower chakras, within the connection to the lower world. Remember, we're healing from separation, but we're using separation time and getting it done to be re-inspired with action. And we make a choice to have a sacrifice, to make a sacrifice. Remember, because we're working with the moon and Neptune. So we're going to make a sacrifice to expand our soul with our spirit. And it's working within that cup. it's working within the cup. We're coming together with the work that we're doing within the cup and our connection as we expand our soul with our spirit. And all of the information you saw here today, the Ace of Swords, communication, the air element, the Ace of Fire, desire, and sensing with the water elements, because we're having a reunification. We're having a second chance at love, and it's to become more dignified at how we form it here, how we put it into form between families, between lovers, between friends, with us, with our children, with our communities. And there's a message to an activation right now. The High Priestess is activating the King of Pentacles. And we're going to head on over to part 2 and see what that is. See you there.